When we think about improving sexual health, most of us look outward. Better diet, more exercise, hormone support, stress management. But rarely do we look at what happens during the hours we're completely unconscious. Sleep, often overlooked and underestimated, plays a fundamental role in regulating testosterone, restoring physical vitality, and keeping the nervous system balanced. Yet even more surprising is that how you sleep, not just how long, can have a direct effect on your sexual performance. Men's health research has shown that your sleeping position might be quietly influencing your body's ability to produce hormones, recover properly, and even maintain healthy blood flow where it matters most. It is a strange connection at first glance. How can the way you curl up in bed shape your sexual vitality? But the answer lies in the subtle mechanics of the body, the spine, circulation, nerve pathways, and hormonal rhythms. During deep sleep, the body undergoes a complex repair process. Testosterone is produced in pulses, especially during REM sleep, which is concentrated in the later stages of your nightly rest. If your sleep is fragmented or your position compresses certain parts of your body, it may interfere with oxygen intake, spinal alignment, and hormone synthesis. Let's look at a common habit: sleeping on your stomach. Many men prefer this position, unaware that it can compress the diaphragm and restrict breathing. Shallow breathing reduces oxygen flow, essential not just for brain function, but for tissue repair and hormone production. Worse, this position can place pressure on the pelvic region, affecting blood flow to the genitals. Over time, restricted circulation may contribute to issues like erectile dysfunction, decreased morning erections, and reduced sensitivity. While the connection isn't immediate, it's cumulative. Night after night, that pressure adds up, and so does its impact. Side sleeping, particularly on the left side, tends to be more favorable. It supports better digestion, improves circulation, and reduces pressure on vital organs. But even here, there's nuance. Curling tightly into the fetal position can close off the chest, reduce lung capacity, and lead to shallow breathing. On the other hand, sleeping flat on the back with arms at the sides promotes spinal alignment, allows for deeper breathing, and encourages unrestricted blood flow. This position is often ideal for men's hormonal balance, assuming there's no issue with snoring or sleep apnea, which back sleeping can sometimes aggravate. Sleep apnea, by the way, is another hidden culprit. Men who snore heavily or experience brief moments of breathing interruption during the night may not reach the deep REM cycles needed for optimal testosterone production. And studies show that men with untreated sleep apnea often report low libido, fatigue, and symptoms of hormonal decline, even when blood tests seem normal. The body doesn't lie. If your nights are chaotic, your days will show it, in your energy, your mood, and your performance. The nervous system also plays a role in how sleep position affects sexual health. Certain postures compress nerve pathways, especially around the neck, lower back, and pelvis. Chronic compression or misalignment here doesn't just cause stiffness, it can disrupt the communication between brain and body. That means delayed arousal, weaker erections, or reduced pleasure. It's not always a hormonal issue. Sometimes it's mechanical. Even your mattress and pillow contribute. A bed that's too soft may misalign the spine, while one that's too firm can cause pressure points. Both can lead to restless sleep, discomfort, and micro wake-ups that rob you of deep rest. Over time, this fragmentation takes a toll. Men might notice they're not waking up as refreshed, or that their drive has faded, not because something's wrong with them, but because their body never truly recharged overnight. Once you begin to understand how sleep posture affects everything from testosterone production to nerve sensitivity, it becomes clear that optimizing your sleeping position isn't just about comfort. It's about reclaiming your vitality. The body is incredibly adaptive, but it's also vulnerable to prolonged stress and poor positioning. You might not feel the impact right away, but over months or years, the effects become harder to ignore. A slight kink in the spine, a pinched nerve in the lower back, or reduced blood flow to the pelvic region can all contribute to the slow erosion of your sexual well-being. And here's what most men miss, even if you are doing everything else right: eating clean, working out, managing stress. Bad sleep posture can quietly undermine all your efforts, You can't out-supplement poor sleep. You can't out-train oxygen deprivation at night. Sleep is the great equalizer, and if your body isn't aligned while it rests, the systems that control arousal, performance, and hormone balance are working at a disadvantage. Let's consider morning wood, for example, a natural indicator of healthy testosterone levels and vascular function. If you've noticed it becoming less frequent or less firm, it's not just about aging. It may be a sign that your sleep quality, depth, or positioning is interfering with blood flow or hormonal cycling. Lying in positions that constrict the lower abdomen or tilt the pelvis unnaturally can affect the delicate balance of pressure and flow in those regions. Men who sleep with tight hips or twisted lower backs may not feel pain, but their nervous and circulatory systems are under low-grade constant stress, and that stress accumulates. Another factor is core temperature. Sleep triggers a drop in body temperature, which is necessary for deep rest and hormonal release. But sleeping in positions that trap heat, such as curled-up fetal poses or stomach sleeping, can cause overheating around the groin. Elevated temperatures in that region over time may impair sperm production and reduce testosterone output. It's the same principle behind fertility research that warns against hot tubs and tight underwear. Your sleeping posture affects airflow and heat dissipation, both of which influence reproductive health in subtle but powerful ways. Now think about stress. If you've ever woken up with a tight neck, sore jaw, or clenched fists, your sleep position might be signaling deeper tension in the nervous system. Stress doesn't end when your head hits the pillow. It shows up in your posture, your breath, your muscle tone. And stress, as we know, is one of the greatest enemies of male sexual performance. Elevated cortisol suppresses testosterone, reduces desire, and dampens the body's sensitivity to stimulation. So when your sleep posture locks your body into a stressed-out position, like rigid shoulders or a twisted spine, you are not really resting. You're carrying stress into the night and letting it interfere with your recovery. Sleep is supposed to be a time of full reset, a nightly hormonal tune-up that prepares your body to perform, connect, and feel alive the next day. But when your body is misaligned, compressed, or overcompensating for poor support, that reset never fully happens. You wake up with the same tension you went to bed with. You feel sluggish, less motivated, more emotionally flat. Your drive takes a hit, not just sexual, but in every part of your life. Fixing this starts with awareness. Begin by noticing how you feel when you wake up. Do you feel rested? Is your body relaxed, or does it ache in certain places? Do you still feel mentally foggy even after a full night's sleep? These are clues. Your sleep position might not be the only cause, but it's a factor worth adjusting, because the benefits can ripple through every area of your life. Improving your sleep posture isn't about chasing perfection. It's about making small conscious shifts that support your body's natural rhythms. If you're a stomach sleeper, try transitioning gradually to your side or back. Use a pillow under your knees if lying on your back feels too flat. This slight elevation can reduce pressure on your lower spine and promote better alignment. If you prefer sleeping on your side, place a pillow between your knees to keep your hips in a neutral position and prevent lower back strain. Your neck support matters too. A pillow that's too high or too low can tilt the head unnaturally, tightening the muscles and nerves that feed into your chest and pelvic area. Sometimes changing how you sleep feels uncomfortable at first, not because the new position is wrong, but because your body has adapted to years of imbalance. But consistency matters. Within days or weeks, your body begins to respond. You may start waking up more refreshed, your mental clarity improves. Your libido returns in subtle ways, more spontaneous thoughts of intimacy, stronger morning erections, a deeper sense of connection in your relationships. These aren't coincidences. They're the natural results of better rest, better alignment, and a system no longer working against itself. Men often overlook their sleep environment entirely when trying to fix issues like low energy, decreased drive, or poor performance. But your bedroom is one of the most important spaces for your health. It's not just where you sleep, it's where you recover, regulate, and reset. Investing in a supportive mattress, breathable sheets, and a sleep posture that promotes circulation and spinal health is one of the most powerful and underused tools in men's health. And the best part? It's free. You don't need expensive supplements or endless routines to feel better. Sometimes the answer is simply lying right beneath you. The science backs this up. Clinical studies show that men who sleep deeper and longer tend to have higher testosterone levels, better heart rate variability, and improved sexual function. And depth of sleep is directly influenced by comfort, alignment, and body temperature. All things tied to how you position yourself overnight. So when you lay your head down tonight, don't just aim to sleep, aim to heal. Let your posture work for you, not against you. And finally, remember this: health isn't built in the gym alone. It's built in the quiet hours, when your eyes are closed and your body finally has the chance to restore itself. Your bedroom may be dark and silent, but within that silence, 1,000 hormonal and neurological processes are unfolding. Give them the space to work. Align your body, breathe deeply, and let every night become a tool for strength, vitality, and sexual energy. Sleep isn't a break from life. It's where life rebuilds itself. And with just a few changes to how you sleep, you might find yourself waking up to a version of you that feels more alive than ever.